ones. So there was the one with Fnatic and Origin back in 2015, where the LCK absolutely smashed Europe. 2016, there was H2K versus Samsung, I think, where they got absolutely smashed. 2017,
MSI
there was
Finals, SKT versus G2. I was on stage behind Fake when they won.
Yeah, that was 2017, where we also lost. There was also Misfits, who then took SKT to all 5 games. Still ended up losing, though. 2018, I believe, was there even LCK versus LEC back in 2018? I can't remember. That was Fnatic era. That was no, because that was...
Fnatic went through C9, I think.
Yeah, Fnatic went through EDG and then C9. And then there was 2019, which is when G2 went up against SKT. And for the first time, I think ever, they beat SKT in that best of 5 at MSI, and then they did the same thing at Worlds. And we started to see that shift, that discussion. LEC versus LCK, how big is the gap? Domestically, DAMWON smashed everyone. And coming to this tournament, they were the heavy favorites. And Mad were not considered even competition. Now they sit 2-1 up against Mad Lions, and we're in to Game 4 draft.
Yeah, Mad Lions are the team that got knocked out in play-ins at the same World Championship that DAMWON took the victory. Now, critically, DAMWON, they've banned the Varus this time around and went for the first pick, Lee Sin, presumably up to Khan in the top lane. Khan got bullied last game. It wasn't just a 1v1, Armor crushing him. No, it was Elyoya, Humanoid Kaiser, all these players roaming up to the top lane and punishing him later on into the match. So on this Lee Sin, with the wave clear, with the individual playmaking, dueling ability, he's hoping he can get out of those tough situations.
All right, so with the Lee Sin, I think Lee Sin is a very strong top laner, and I think at the hands of Khan, he can do a lot with it. He often plays these weak side tops, and he doesn't have the same level of impact, but this time round, he's going to have a lot more agency with DAMWON now changing things up, going for the Tristan in the bot lane. You can already see, very skirmish heavy, much more aggressive comp. DAMWON are saying, this time we want to have easier team fight versus you.
It's also not a guaranteed Tristana in the bot lane. Of course, Ghost can take it down there, but Showmaker has already played AD's mid twice this series with the Yone and with the Jace, and alongside a Rumble, it gives you some of that mixed damage in the 2v.
in game 1, I do believe, but Rel plus Rumble plus a Gnar ultimate stolen onto your Sylas, that sounds disgusting.
It seems that DWG have given themselves much more team fighting tools, and remember last game how close those team fights were even when DWG didn't have the strongest team fight tools. I love that breakdown from Cadril that we saw on the analyst desk, highlighting how close that fight definitely was, as Mad round things out with the Victor. And this is kind of what I was worried about, because yes, Victor can have control in that 1 versus 1, but you're going up against Showmaker's Sylas. Showmaker has been the star for DAMWON throughout this series, and you're giving him this playmaking potential, the ability to 1v9, and we've seen him do it on this champion before. So I am a lot more confident in DAMWON with this draft that they've got themselves. So much playmaking power, so much agency across the board, a lot of early game action as well. And I think that DAMWON have come into Game 4 ready to answer and fight back against Mad.
They've got a really good plan, and Showmaker's shown an aptitude for these melee mids. The Sylas, of course, saw Yone earlier today, Yasuo previously in the tournament, not even falling behind in CS, holding his own in the 1 versus 1. Bot lane, though, it's been out of control, out of our minds, like what is going on down there this entire series long. The 2v2 has gone Mad Lion's way every single time. Now Beryl got to see what he was facing off against, has this rel, and DAMWON must win to force a Game 5 to move on to the finals.
Mad Lions 1 game away from finals. DAMWON, the world champions, 1 game away from being eliminated. They were looking to match SKT as the only team that has won both an MSI and a world championship. Koma was looking to get back to his title. And right now, DAMWON Kia are on the ropes.
Teams have come very close before. Take Invictus Gaming. After winning Worlds in 2018, they then make it to MSI, only to get knocked out in the semifinals against Team Liquid, being denied the chance to fight for the title on that culminating Sunday. Now DAMWON find themselves in a similar position with a must-win match here.
And what a big deal for Europe. I think that for the longest time, Europe has been considered a 1-team region, right?
Oh, a 2 at most. G2, Fnatic, no one else.
But even
usually
then,
on alternating years.
yeah, and it was always G2. Like G2 is the first team since Season 1 to win anything, right?
Yep.
And even after sending Mad to MSI, so many European fans and fans across the world are like, Mad's good, congratulations, but they beat an underperforming G2. They got lucky in Game 5 against Rogue.
Yeah, they should have lost that game.
They should have lost that game, you know? And they were constantly put under. They were doubted, they were constantly questioned. And I think that this series has really showcased what Mad can do. It's not clean. It is not precision, it is not precise, but it is Mad Lions. That is how they have always played, and that is how they get the better of you. And sometimes it's just simply a matter of outplaying. And so many times we've seen that from Kazi, from Humanoid, and from so many of the Mad Lions players. The question is, can they keep doing it? And can they keep punishing the mistakes from DAMWON? Because we also have to be honest, DAMWON, well, the debate will now start, right? If DAMWON lose this series, which is still a big if, is this a matter of this was always their skill level, or are they underperforming relative to, right? Because Beryl has not had a great performance. Ghost killed his support at the very end of that last game. Khan has been heavily attacked in that last game, and I feel like that even Canyon was caught out on that top lane Scuttle Crab. And it feels like that we're seeing weaknesses in this DAMWON armor that we did see sometimes in the Rumble stage, but it was only RNG, the other favorites of the tournament, that were able to really exploit them.
And as we do have a bit of a pause at the start of this game for a peripheral issue, let's have another look at this draft and talk about how DAMWON can take this to victory. Actually, I believe we are about to get on into the game, so we can skip the draft because we can look at the champions on Summoner's Rift. Mad Lions are 1 game away from facing off against RNG. DAMWON now with a composition that I feel both of you are a little bit happier with than perhaps some of their previous drafts.
Well, I think more than anything for me, it is the difference in Showmaker. Because last game he had the Jace, and it looked very, very good. But it is so hard to solo carry both in the lane and also in the team fights later with Jason. He tried his best. He had some insane 5v5 performances. Now on the Sylas, he is almost the focal point for DAMWON in the 5 versus 5s when he finds a good, Solar Flare or that Gnar ultimate. Those are the 2 you have to keep your eyes on. It is such a good draft to slot the Sylas into.
It certainly is. Now, I was a little skeptical about this Victor, but I do recall Humanoid's Victor in the playoff finals domestically, and he had a very strong performance on it. He was a large part as to why Mad were even able to win a lot of those late game team fights. And I think that in the same way that Showmaker was someone we were looking at earlier on when the matchup was roles reversed to be that big damage dealer. We're now looking at humanoids. Can DAMWON have access onto the backline? Can they threaten this humanoid who is going to be such a huge damage dealer the later the game goes?
You will have to go against the statistics to win this game. Only a 29% win rate on the Victor throughout the course of MSI, but Humanoid has constantly battled against expectations, I think you could say. When he first joined the league, he was in sort of a triumvirate of Larson, Abadage, and Humanoid, and it took him a while to really wake up, to really find his form. Last year, of course, at Worlds Play-ins, he really struggled to have an impact, but this year he has been a key carry for Mad Lions in so many different ways.
I mean, it's interesting because DAMWON had a pretty similar story when they joined the league, right? They joined alongside Griffin, and these are the two hyped-up rookie rosters that joined the LCK, and how well would they be able to compete? And with the addition of Ghost, this team went from like a 4th, 5th place team into world champions. That single roster change sort of propelled them to the top of the League of Legends world. And after the loss of Nogari, we've often questioned how well they would be able to compete. And
it's actually almost a mirrored image for Mad Lions. After they removed Orome, after they took out Shadow and added Armut and Elyoya, they went from a 3rd, 4th place roster to the best team in the LEC. And they are the new generation of European team. G2 and Fnatic are sitting on the wayside as they watch Mad Lions fight for a spot in MSI Finals. We
all know the next generation is far superior to the original.
It's Star Wars, right?
Not exactly. You're wearing red today. That's not looking good for you. Now back into the game. Well, DAMWON, Beryl, and Ghost have certainly been wearing red in the most of these games so far today. Again, the 2v2 has always gone the way of Carzzy and Kaiser. This time, it's a little bit more calm to start things off, but Ghost is using the cleanse here. Worried about the all-in power of the Leon and the CC lockdown. It can provide no heal, though. It does make Beryl considerably more vulnerable, and finally, we see an early game where Humanoid is able to bully out Showmaker early.
Very much what you expect, but you can see that even still, Showmaker's keeping the CS even. He's going to get stunned up. Can Humanoid, does he have the mana?
Oh! Showmaker dodging away from the death ray. Manages to survive. We'll have to use the TP to get back in as Khan trades onto Armut here in the top lane. Armut trying to build up that Mega Gnar. And we can see Ashley Kang in the Verizon 5G all chat saying it starts with success.
No. Take that down.
Success is all about DAMWON. It's a DAMWON monologue, guys, as Canyon looks for the fight in the top lane. Armut's going to flash away. Mega's just in time to survive. And it starts with Armut going Mega.
You can't make that work unless you're Shox. I'm sorry, Ashley. It doesn't work like that. Armut is able to get away from the dive with a very timely transformation into Mega Gnar, but Khan continues to trade forward, and this is the dynamic of the Lee Sin versus Gnar matchup. Sure, Gnar can poke you out of lane, he can hit you from range, but Lee Sin with his W sustain wants to fight, constantly challenge Gnar and try to force him long-term out of the lane.
Yeah, the all-in from the Lee Sin is definitely very potent, and you can see he's starting to build up that advantage. All-in a bit in the bot lane as trading starts to happen. Ghost attacks Carzzy as Carzzy attacks Beryl. So far, pretty even in the bot side of the match, and props to Showmaker. He has kept the CS even though he probably should have died. Now Elyoya, though, looking to punish the flash of the Showmaker.
He's got the flash, he's got the bear, he's got the slap, he's got the TP joining as Showmaker tries to dive in. Gravity field coming out, the stun's going to land on Showmaker. Humanoid doesn't have too much mana, but Elyoya will take first blood. And now Khan is stunned up as well. Does have the flash, can look for the Tempest Cripple, but won't go all in. Mad Lions strike first in game 4.
Khan even using his teleport to come into the mid lane too, loses that and doesn't get anything for it. I guess he can push out that mid wave and then go top lane and pick that one up, but it's good from Humanoid. Got the flash off of Showmaker very early in the lane phase, and it pays off there.
It certainly did. As we see another all-in bot. That's a big minion wave, Kaiser.
Kaiser's going to get locked up here with the mount up. Ghost getting forced away, though. Has to jump away. And now Beryl stunned up with a shield of Daybreak. Such a short cooldown. Carzzy flashes in. Ghost flashes away. Beryl does have a flash of his own, but Kaiser will lock him in place. And that is a 2v2 for Mad in the bottom lane.
Another one for Mad Lions bot lane. We talked about it in the draft. When Mad come out ahead, it is when they are shutting down Ghost and Beryl. The minion wave is in a horrible state for Ghost as well. And look at Elyoya hovering around like a shark, looking for that play. Let's have a look at the all-in once again.
It is a bot gap, even tanking all of these minions. Ghost is on the defensive.
Ghost, Elyoya with the flash in. Udyr with the Phoenix sends Ghost back to the ashes, and Khan and Canyon are looking for a fight in the top lane. The Gnar has been stolen away here by Showmaker. Armored trying to build up the Mega. Canyon takes up a tower shot. Armored 3/4 of the way to the Mega.
He's
Gnar,
almost level
Canyon
6.
Overheated, hits level 6. Armored trying to get towards the Mega, but he's Gnarred into the wall, and DAMWON Kia will get an answering kill.
DAMWON had to bite right then because 2-3 minions and Armut hit 6. Armut can turn that around. DAMWON with a critical response, and well, this is exactly what you saw coming, Vedius. Right there, Ghost just tries to clear the minion wave, and Elyoya uses his flash to make sure he gets kill credit on that, regardless of the execute attempt.
Okay, Mad Lions come into game 4 and already kind of continuing their way. This isn't a surprise at this point because this bot lane has done this every single game. I think the biggest surprise was Humanoid and Elyoya punishing Showmaker in the mid matchup, but DAMWON cross-map attack the top side. Gold still very even. Kaiser looking for another play.
Beryl puts on the Attract Repel. There's the Zenith Blade, but Ghost can just buffer the jump away from it. Important in those bot lane fights, if Beryl does not knock up Kazi, Mad Lions should win the fight. The cooldowns on Leona are so much shorter than those on Rel. You have so much more CC in that lane.
And in the last fight, Beryl put everything onto Kaiser when Ghost was not in a position to be able to hit him freely. Now Canyon is level 6, and I feel like you almost have to look towards this bot lane. Canyon, Showmaker, the rest of the team has to find a way to stabilize this. It has been a problem that has lost them 2 games already, and Elyoya isn't even focused on the bot side of the map. He is going to be taking away the Wolves, and with Armut walking to the jungle, they could take the Gromp respawning, maybe the blue when it comes up too, and Showmaker can't even stick around for fear that Armut with Neganar ready to go wanted to just go for the dive anyways.
Ooh, Showmaker's back also gets interrupted. This means that with the Herald spawning in 10 seconds time, you expect this to be the objective that Mad play for. The question you have to be careful of is, can Khan move? Rumble on the way as well. They will spot this one out. So what's happening with the rest of the map? Neither bot lane is moving for the time being.
Showmaker has no TP.
Humanoid does have the push in mid though. Canyon's gonna get spotted out. Khan is in the 1v1. Armut just wants to push out top, and then he can join the fray, and they should have a numbers advantage, but Showmaker has now rejoined.
But Armut Meganar just was lost. Humanoid still with huge push, but no mana to work with. Trading aggressively in mid, but Showmaker, he sees the low mana, he wants to go for a fight himself.
Dives in, steals away the Chaos Storm, walks out of the gravity field. Armut coming in from the top side of the fight, as well as Canyon and Khan trying to force him back. Dragon's Rage, Equalizer available, flash! Oh, but the bear stun will lock him in place just in time. Mad Lions fighting down towards the bottom side. Kazi has already used the Killer Instinct. Beryl's forced away. Humanoid coming in from the side as well, as Beryl will eat the Death Ray. And that is another kill to Mad.
It just keeps happening. This time, Humanoid gets brought in to help on out. Oh, Elyoya versus Ghost.
I mean, Ghost is living up to his name because he's spending more time dead in the cemetery than anywhere else. The flash, the Zenith Blade. Ghost is sent packing once again.
Humanoid is forced to flash in the mid lane as Showmaker's trying to get something back, but DAMWON's bot lane is collapsing. Every single time we see someone die, it involves the bot lane of DAMWON. Humanoid, for some reason, aggroed the Wolves, nearly killed himself. Now Mad looking for another play on a Beryl.
Oh, Beryl still has flash. Beryl can survive this. The Solar Flare flashed away from Zenith Blade, going to chase him down. Kazi tanking up a tower shot. Beryl trying to walk away. Ghost is on his way as well, does not have the Buster shot. And Beryl will survive. The bot lane play. Kazi does have flash. Canyon's going to chase Armut out of this top side crab fight. The Rift Herald has been used. There's the Gnar. Armut forced away. Will still have the leap here and has a flash of his own, so can just walk away from this one. Canyon with the equalizer. Armut has to flash first. Meanwhile, in the bottom side, Kaiser and Kazi are forcing back Beryl and Ghost. Elyoya's on his way down here, already level 8. Does have the flash, has the bear, has the slap, can look for Ghost, but Ghost can buffer the jump away. Here's the TP, and that is a great knockup from Beryl. The Attract Repel will be enough to kill off Elyoya. Kazi dies as well, and Showmaker with the TP turns up.
Showmaker comes in huge with the teleport. It is exactly what DAMWON needed. The bot lane was falling apart, and only Showmaker could come with the TP advantage to stabilize that. Mad Lions overreach, and he fights back.
Oh, Humanoid, no flash. He's in danger.
He puts down the gravity field, but Canyon will burn him down. DAMWON Kia have turned this game right back around and now have a 3,000 gold lead.
They finally punished the aggression coming out from the Mad Lions, and that was just big disrespect from Mad. They weren't paying attention to the TP timers. They will also lose their mid-tier 1, and Showmaker has now been unlocked on the map.
Mad have lost 11 plates at the 11-minute mark, and they have taken 2 DAMWON have such control over these lanes, even though Mad were getting kill after kill after kill. DAMWON are so good about taking every opportunity to earn themselves gold and get towards those major items.
I mean, Showmaker's been able to hold his own, keep the CS even in mid. Khan, with aggressive trading, starting to make that top lane quite an advantage for him. It's a very different story to the last game when he got absolutely picked on by the rest of the Mad Lions, and now he's got his teleport ready to go. DAMWON, by playing strong solo laners, can now try to use things like TPs, like pressure and whatnot, to move around and stop. Oh, here we go.
Humanoid kick back. Solar Flare comes out from Showmaker and locks Humanoid in place. DAMWON picking up another kill in the mid lane.
And this is thanks to the priority that they have in the top side. Mad was investing a huge amount of resources in the bot side of the map, while Canyon was trying to unlock Khan. And when you give this man a little bit more agency, he is very proactive with how he uses it. Good pick onto Humanoid will finally get DAMWON into the kill lead, and they'll extend their gold lead to about 4.5k.
And while DAMWON's top side has been performing so well, it's a 400 gold lead for Ghost over Carzzy, even though you'd say the 2v2 has definitely been going the way of the Mad Lions. So DAMWON with a convincing lead already in this one. The fights look stronger for them. Showmaker has more individual agency to be the team fight carry for this DAMWON team. Later we go.
And it's why you can never count out DAMWON. It's the why they are the world champions, why they won the LCK this year, is even when they fall behind in the early game, they are so good at taking every single advantage they can on the map. And when one of them gets ahead, when one of them gets 3 kills in the early game, they continue to force onto you. Carzzy down, Ghost takes him out as Canyon joins the fray and tries to burn Kaiser underneath the tower. Will be locked up with the Solar Flare. Manages to flash away from it. Ghost now tanking up the tower. Kaiser misses the Zenith Blade, and that is a double kill for Ghost, who almost falls in the end.
You can see how much more early game impact Canyon is able to have. Mad Lions, they just overstepped one too much in the early game, while Canyon was focusing on the objectives. He got himself the early Drake. He got himself the early Herald. He unlocked Showmaker in the mid lane. He helped Snowball top. And this is why he is considered a world-class jungler, if not the best jungler in the world. While Mad was playing for kills, Canyon was playing for the map.
And Mad Lions, well, DAMWON now 6,000 gold ahead in such a strong position. And if I hadn't been bitten a little bit by saying DAMWON should win the game in the last game, I would say this game is as good as done. It is over. You have to feel 5,500 gold their lead. With a fed Showmaker, with a fed Canyon, with a fed Ghost, it is so difficult to be able to do anything against DAMWON. Yoya will try and find Canyon, Humanoid there as well, but Showmaker has the flank, and here comes Bell. Humanoid has to flash away. Zenith Blade from Kaiser will knock Showmaker back across the wall, that he can just jump back in, and Humanoid is sacrificed. TP came out from Khan as DAMWON are looking to continue the chase. Khan is on a ward, can jump forward. Carzzy trying to dodge to the side as much as he can. Ghost has the flash, has the jump, has the attract repel. And Kaiser is kicked back. And you may be the kings of Europe, but right now DAMWON are showing you just how good the kings of the world can play.
Yeah, DAMWON not even going to overreach right there. Khan had his eyes on Carzzy for a moment, but realized it could have been turned around on him. He was a little bit further away from his team. So he spots out Kaiser and gets that kill. Very big for DAMWON. Haven't been super fast in taking these early Drakes. We haven't even seen Mad do that when they're out to an early lead. It's been all about finding these advantageous fights, and well, Mad Lions haven't found many of those recently.
I think one of the biggest differences between Mad and DAMWON is when Mad were getting kill leads, when they found advantages versus DAMWON, they had slight gold leads, whereas DAMWON, when they get these leads, they just absolutely suffocate you. And this was Mad trying to be proactive on the map, but immediately DAMWON answer. They have the pushing wave top, they have the push in mid, they have the TP flank and bot. Everything is just in the right place at the right time. You can see on your pip that they're looking for more kills onto Humanoids.
Humanoid will be able to get the lockup onto Khan, but the chase is on with the Sonic Wave. Humanoid has been targeted, has been soloed out. That is his 4th death of the game, and DAMWON are unrelenting. They will take the Rift Herald as well at the 15-minute mark. They have a 7,000 gold lead, and they are very
it's happening again.
Truly in control of this game. The Everfrost comes out. Carzzy, I'm sorry, mate, but there's nothing you can do. The Showmaker's looking to stop this show, as Carzzy will die to his own killer instinct. DAMWON here 12-6 up.
Beautiful stuff from DAMWON, in all honesty, and well, this is how the Mad Lions are trying to come back. It's like spread out all 3 lanes, farm it up. Well, when Showmaker can be on a champion like this, Silas Khan on the Lee Sin, it is such a difference. Mad Mad Lions 3 members towards the top side of the map, but it's hard to actually lock down this. Lee Sin still has a flash even after the kick.
There's the solar flare, and Khan just sidesteps it. TP coming in behind as Canyon comes in with the equalizer. And Mad Lions, you've been in this position before. You overstep, and Showmaker strikes. A double for Canyon. Elioya running away while Ghost and Beryl push in mid lane. DAMWON have control of the entire map.
You can see that Mad is trying to be proactive, but every single play they make is immediately punished by DAMWON. Showmaker, we talked about him as a player and how he's performed this series. His TP bot is really what swung the game so heavily in the control of DAMWON Kia. Beautiful performance from him and Canyon as well. You can see that this DAMWON is much more online than they have been in this series.
The whole time Mad sending 3 members towards the top side, well, that lets DAMWON keep pushing down mid, and you even have Canyon with a bit of free time running up here towards the top side of the map. So the equalizer locks them all down. The TP makes sure there is absolutely nowhere to go.
DAMWON showing the wealth of experience they have, showing why you can never doubt them in a series like this. Mad Lions, 8,000 gold behind now. DWG Kia in total control. They can get this next dragon. Infernal's been started up by Canyon himself. Very much looks like we are going all the way. Showmaker has picked himself up a death note, and he has written 18 names in it so far.
That's not how it works. It's 4 for every one.
Okay. So how'd you get 18 if it's 4 for everyone?
Well, because when he had a dark seal, it was like 2 for everyone or something like that. So I'm not going to do that.
You could have let me have my anime reference if you decide against it.
Also, if you don't write it into the Mejais and then they die, you kill them and then you get it written. It's a little bit backwards. I'm sorry, it doesn't hold up.
Showmaker diving in once again, looking to write another name in his death note as Kazi's forced away. Ripto charges in the bottom lane. And we have a little bit of fun because this game is all done but the singing. DAMWON continue to pressure in. Mad Lions looking for picks, looking for whatever they can find. The smite goes down onto Canyon, but Ghost just eats Elioya alive.
Whoa.
In goes Khan, the kick through, Armor forced away. Kaiser has to flash as well, but the equalizer will lock them all up. The solar flare is used. DAMWON pick up 1 as Kaiser is sacrificed so that the rest of Mad Lions can survive.
Complete obliteration from DAMWON. They're looking for a little bit more.
Oh, it's not over yet.
Oh,
Run
Showmaker
down. And that ultimate from Canyon, it didn't get a lot of kills, but that was one of the nastiest things I've ever seen. Just locks out any possible option to retreat. Arma trying to get back on the map, trying to fight for something. But DAMWON are still here, Medic.
Here comes Showmaker. Armor goes into the Mega Elioya. Pretty healthy, of course. Here's Kazi as well. Doesn't have the killer instinct. Showmaker and Canyon can just kite this one back. Everfrost on such a short cooldown, it can basically be spammed in situations like this as DAMWON able to walk themselves out. Guys, it is 19 minutes in, and DAMWON have a 10,000 gold lead.
Yeah, this is kind of what many expected to happen in this series.
Yep.
We saw it very similarly in game 1, and it just goes to show when DAMWON get an early game lead, they are relentless with it. But also, it's the nature of Mad's playstyle. They are very scrappy. They will fight you. They will look for more plays to try and claw their way back into the game. And as we'll see in this new The Axe Effect replay, it's not quite going to work out for them. The damage from DAMWON is so strong. Khan goes for a cool kick. Does get the knock-up onto Kaiser.
Look at the equalizer. Oh, it just cuts off any way to escape. And Karzi, well, there's nowhere to go for you either, buddy.
He goes invisible for a second, but Ghost will just auto him to death. Showmaker's now dominating. I believe he has fully stacked his Mejais.
He has.
25 pages in that book. Humanoid dodges to the side. Showmaker dodges out of the gravity field. Does get stunned in the end, but that ignite is going to tick. And Ghost will secure the final kill. Baron up for the first time this game.
In 5 seconds.
In 5 seconds. And DAMWON are waiting, ready for it. And even if Elioya manages to steal this, I do not think Mad Lions really have a chance to win out this game. He won't even get close. DAMWON will get it. Question mark pings coming out from Mad, and they're like, yeah, they could be doing it, but we're not able to contest.
There's nothing you can really do. Mad Lions at this point probably trying to figure out what they need to do going into game 5 to walk away with a win, because this is a statement win from DAMWON. This day has looked very sloppy for them, certainly, especially around the bottom side of the map, but being able to recover even after losing the early 2v2 down bot side, and Showmaker, Canyon, Khan all stepping up massively, blowing Mad Lions out of the water. That's the confidence you need heading into a decisive match.
Whew, what a performance from DAMWON. Just as doubts start to creep in, question marks, is this team just not that good? Well, turns out, yeah, they're quite good. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're a pretty good team. Mad Lions unable to do anything about the fact that all of DAMWON are just diving onto their base. Burst inhibitor will fall 21 minutes in, and in this Red Bull Baron power play, you have to feel the only objective DAMWON Kia are looking for is that 50 gold from the Nexus. And we'll try to even out this series at 2-2 and take us all the way to game 5. Khan!
Wow.
Styling on Elyoya. The chase is on with the Abscond Abduct, and Armored is forced back to the fountain. A 21.5 minute win from DAMWON Kia as they gain all of the momentum going into game 5. They will kite back. They will make Mad Lions days even worse as Ghost does fall in the end. I think DAMWON could just end
their
Showmaker
suffering.
goes in. DAMWON Kia will kill off Humanoid once again. The equalizer goes out. Kaiser forced into a very difficult situation. I don't blame DAMWON for styling, because what sort of message do you send by forcing Mad Lions to respawn and die again?
Oh my god!
You demoralize them, and that is exactly what this game from DAMWON will have done. Even the Baron buff isn't enough to buff up the minions. Please just end it, DAMWON.
This is the G2 treatment. I knew
This is
DAMWON were
worse.
fans, but
That's the
Mad Lions have felt this
championship
before.
treatment right there. Whew.
Impressive performance from both Canyon and Showmaker. Showmaker with the TP bot, Canyon with his focus up towards the top side. Mad Lions, they got a lot of kills in the early game. It looked like that they were punishing the bot lane once more. But this time, Showmaker was able to make up the difference alongside his jungler, and they're gonna bring us to game 5.
Wow.
That was dominance.
Yeah, I mean, it was the same in game 1, right? When DAMWON get the early lead, they just suffocate you out. And I think that what we're seeing is that when Showmaker gets some agency, that is when I think that DAMWON is at their scariest.
The Yone first, now the Silas. I don't know if you can ban it all, because Mad Lions just, their entire hopes just got crushed in that game. Like, it was a 20-minute victory. That was brutal.
It really was. For the first time at MSI 2021, we're going to game 5 as Mad Lions and DWG Kia fight for a spot in the final. We'll be back for a preview after this.
It's a certified banger.
Whoa!